What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoki Quickie, we're looking at a 2-pack of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures. And we have Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, that's actually Aisha. And then you've got Mighty Morphin Scorpina, one of the first Scorpina figures we've really ever gotten. Definitely in the modern age. And I did get this from BBTS a while ago. Just now getting around to checking it out. It's fine. So obviously in the packaging you got yellow and then slightly less yellow. You got the two yellow/goldish ladies in there. I got all the weapons and some effect parts and some hand parts and stupid yellow bit. I like the nice corner art there and there. And nice versus thing on the back. Now the thing is, I don't remember if Scorpina was even around that long. I'm fairly certain she disappeared when Tommy was no longer a bad guy. Okay, sorry, had to find a knife because I forgot to pre-open things. Yes, we're going to do an initial opening here. I have not touched these at all. They've been in the box the whole time. There's your obligatory Bandai thing. And this did give me an excuse to go ahead and start unpacking my Power Rangers figures. And now the big packaging goes over there. Okay, so the lightning jellies clearly meant for like swords, except for she didn't really have a sword. She's got a weird blade thingy. And we got repeats of these really stupid jelly effects that you can like slide a blade into. I really hate the effect parts. I really do. So that's all the time I'm going to give to those. Let's see here. We got karate chopping hand / posing hand. We have a oh, that's an interesting. Not entirely certain what that hand is for. Could be for the blade blaster. That's interesting. Okay, speaking of blade blasters, we've got a blade form one, which looks okay. Still wish it had more paint, which is basically the name of the game when it comes to Lightning Collection. Man, I wish it had more paint. And then you got Blade Blaster in gun mode. Unfortunately, what you don't get is Blade Blaster in stored mode, which, you know, this has the ability to do. I don't need the blade version. I could just cut that off and then actually have it in stored mode, which is, I don't think we've ever gotten. I think they're all in gun mode with the exception of the newer version of Zack, I believe. Maybe even Cat. Look. Alright, come on. It's your plastic birthday. Let's go. Yellow Ranger. Let's go, Yellow Ranger. Whoa. What is going on with the paint on those their elbows? That's weird. Okay. Go and get our head sculpt out. And need to get our weapons. So some power daggers, as they are. Although I don't even know if by this point they were necessarily using the power weapons like they used to. But they look nice. Yeah. Painted silver, pretty much the only thing they got going for them. Okay, I'll look at the head sculpt here in a minute. And Scorpina is really the thing we're gonna really take our time with this time. So there's a nice little kind of gripping hand for her left hand. And a punching right hand. Okay. Go ahead and birth her as well. Let's see, the only thing this leads to is now we need Scorpion monster version. Because that was the thing that existed. Ooh, okay. So we'll look at her closer here in a second. And then her weapon. That's everything from the clamshell. Alright, so let's get our Yellow Ranger out of the way real quick. And just gonna go ahead and fetch the previous one, the trainee version, and they're actually different yellows. It's gonna be hard to tell. Good lord, I hate doing yellow things. Let me see if I can fix the white balance just a little. Somewhere in there. There we go. All right, so you can actually see she's a brighter yellow, which is interesting. I didn't expect that. Since these guys have been in storage, you know, things have gotten a little wonky. So this is the original. This is the new one. Looks like paint on the helmet, except for right there where they're missing a little bit of black. I'll zoom in. Seems to be the only thing that's a little bit wonky. This one's morphers painted a little bit better. The paint around the elbows is better on the old one. This is already flaking right out of the packaging. Bowed legs, obviously, that's probably more from storage than anything else, so that sucks. What I need to do is like strap those together for a while, let them fix. The yellow paint on the boots, once again, darker, like slightly more orangey yellow, brighter yellow, for all that matters. And no, by the way, guys, I'm not planning on getting the rest of the metallic Rangers. I was happy with just having the cat version. In fact, if I ever get a spare normal pink Ranger, I'm just going to swap her head onto that and get rid of the crystal body. Because I hate that. I hate that metallic crystal-y body. Okay, so there is our Aisha head sculpt. Way too big for her body, realistically. Like, what's going on here? Like, the Ranger head was fun, but this makes her look teeny weeny. It is one of the problems with the Lightning collection, that especially on the girls, the shoulders look so dinky. I mean, like, the head sculpt is fine. It looks bad on the body. You know, you got gold painted earrings, painted darker hair, yellow scrunchy. I guess it looks like Karen Ashley. I'm not sure. Like, really, I'm just not that sure. Okay, since I now have a spare set of weapons, I'll just go ahead and put that in her hand. If she can even hold the damn thing. Look at this, the fingers are getting in the way. Yeah. So everybody else's weapons are in Power Blaster mode, so it's kind of cool to get this, right? So what I'm lacking now is a Red Ranger Rocky. And an Adam. What's a Black Ranger? I still want to know why they haven't done Turbo yet. Can anyone answer that? Like, why they haven't bothered with Turbo? They've done Zeo and In Space. For the most part, they still got some In Space coming. By the way, I'm still on the hunt for In Space Silver. Okay, so you got whichever Blade Blaster you like. But realistically, like, that's supposed to be the storage mode for the Blade Blaster, like that. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do what Hasbro. I said Bandai a minute ago when I just realized I did. So look, there you go. Blade Blaster storage mode. I'm just gonna go ahead and like that. I mean, like, they stopped using the Blade Blasters, like, well into the thing. I mean, once they really had their power weapons, they really weren't using their Blade Blasters much. Like, you could almost modify these and, like, do that, you know, get them in the storage mode. But either way, that's her. So let's go ahead and look at the far more important figure here, if I'm honest. And it is this new Scorpina. And the molding on it is actually very well done. Like, this cool spiky shoulder, even though it's tucked in her shoulder really funny. Got all this nice armor all along here. Silver painted horn thing, blue painted jewel thing. Gold and red glove, which is cool. A little too much exposure down here for the hips. Like, they should have made something that covered that up a little bit. That is pretty blatant, but at least the silver paint looks decent. The black and red paint looks okay. The fact that there's 0 gold paint on this is stupid. I like the extra armor down one leg, which does look Cool. Hold on. Is this actually a Yellow Ranger leg? I bet it is 100%. It is. It's a Yellow Ranger leg. It's probably yellow. Well, it can't be Yellow Ranger crotch because that's all molded in. All right. She's got her kind of bra going on there. The skin paint up here is already either scratched or just kind of blotchy, but it's not terrible. Head sculpt is pretty good. Her head always looked strange. It looked like a scorpion's tail kind of wrapped around itself. Molded helmet, brown painted hair, all this nice back part here. This is not a bad looking figure. However, they got lazy, super lazy with the gold. So that's probably going to lead me to paint her gold, much like I did with my Goldar from back in the day. So head is going to be on a ball joint with a disc hinge, if I had to guess, like all the other figures. Limited range. Oh, nice necklace kind of choker thing going on. I didn't realize. Okay, she does have a butterfly, which is good. You know, so this is probably just a remolded female ranger base body with the extra parts here. This particular shoulder is frozen. So this side, there we go, got to break loose because it is painted, so that's the problem there. Shoulders are disc hinge. You can go out 90. Can't really go up any higher. Go all the way around. Single jointed elbow with the bicep rotation located there. That's not terrible, realistically. I mean, it's better than some of their double jointed elbows. And considering it's a bare arm, that's not bad. And then this, oh look, this is an up and down hinged wrist for holding her sword. It's like a sword / boomerang thing. Like, the finish on this is actually really kind of interesting. So it's like silver and bare and washed. Like, why did they pay a lot of attention to making sure this thing looked badass, but then don't do anything else? You know, so it's actually a cool sword weapon thing. I don't know. Okay, so I also want a World of the Coinless Scorpina, since we are doing comic book stuff now. Let's see how much that shoulder pauldron gets in the way. Quite a bit. Okay, so that sucks. That elbow bends backwards a little farther than I'd like to. Okay, so T-mounted ball joints for hips. Get out there, pretty good. Jean-Claude Scorpina. Nice chorus line, straight out. Double jointed knee. Let's see how well it works. Fine enough. Like if she was doing a drop-down pose, that'd be cool. Once again, yeah, it just needs far more paint to make her look schmixy. The knee's now nice and loose. Feet are basically the same as always. A hinge with a spinny rocker, like so. Now, because she is a bad guy, we got to bring in all her comparable friends. And because she was early on, and Goldar didn't have his wings yet, here's Vinglitz Goldar. That is actually very well scaled. Like, they look really good together. And then, come on, get out of here. She's like stuck. And there she is with Mommy Rita, which would have been an interesting storyline if she was somehow Rita's daughter. Not so much. I mean, they had a kid at some point, but that's not that. Rita and Zed's kid came back, I guess, in like a very, very late season. And he was actually like super evil. Looked a lot like Zed. Even though they were purified at some point, you know, by the light of Zordon. Alright, and then because he was part of this, there's Green Ranger. Oh, just kind of. So the three of them fought against the Rangers. That is Goldar, Scorpina, and Tommy. So that's a pretty good looking team. I do have Finster on pre-order, but I don't have any clue when he's going to ship. I pre-ordered him as soon as it dropped, and I've seen some people already get it, and other people not so much. So I don't know what's going on with Finster. He was an Amazon exclusive, so I'm still waiting on that. Some people already have them, and I don't understand how and why, but You know, frankly, the Scorpina was the reason to buy this one. I mean, not too many people really needed an Aisha. I mean, it's fine to have her, but I mean, like, I guess it just depends on whether or not you are displaying your Rangers with helmets on or off. I don't have any of my Rangers with their helmets off unless it's a change of character. Like with Kat, who's buried in the pile of Rangers I have over here. So, I mean, just she's fine. But once again, it's funny that they did that because I'm pretty sure Scorpina was long gone by then. She had already been sent to the world of the coinless by the little chaos crystal or whatever. But decent figure, needs paint. I'll probably do a video on that, just adding gold paint to her and stuff like that. It'll be worth it, I think. I know I've seen a lot of other people definitely do it. I still need to do Rita's staff, or maybe I'll just find somebody on Etsy who already sells them kind of complete and better. And then Tommy's Sword of Darkness is still too small. That is one of those weird things. And his, oh god, his Dragon Dagger. Oh, I forgot how bad the Dragon Daggers really were. Alright guys, but I got a bunch of Power Rangers 2-packs to get through, so I'm going to call this one short. And I will see you on the next one. And remember, as always, may the power be with you.